9 opportunities. As we all know, this project is currently being held up by gangsters extorting money from the contractor. I am going to have a public meeting first with the leaders next week and then at the public meeting. So, for the citywide projects, so these are the area-based. Then we have got citywide projects in our informal settlements. 27 million rand in CapEx has been allocated for water and sanitation projects in Langa, Kleinfontein, the Noord, the Santa Clara, Enkanini, CT section, RR section, Polile Park, Garden City, Burundi and Umfaleni, Imasama Yetu, Samoa Michelle, Kosovo, and several other areas across the city. Also citywide, for our informal settlements and backyard department, 233.4 million in operating expenditure has been allocated for the installation and maintenance of sanitation facilities in the informal settlements program. Now this is in addition to what we are already spending. This is not all that we will be spending in those areas. This is after the draft budget we've made these additions. And this is a direct spend on infrastructure in the informal settlements. It does not cover the cost of providing the free water and sanitation or the larger bulk infrastructure that is required for these services, such as reticulation and wastewater treatment. It also does not include water sanitation installation that forms part of our ongoing upgrade or reblocking programs. The Energy Department has also allocated an extra 90 million rand for electrification projects in informal settlements, for new housing projects, and in backyard dwellings across the city. Now, the city of Cape Town is the only city in the country with a program to upgrade and provide services to backyarders. And we have been doing so for the past 5 years. Mr. Speaker, the amendments that I've just highlighted represent some of the projects which speaks to the area-based service delivery model and the mainstreaming of services to informal settlements and to backyarders. And as a further testament to our commitment to become a more responsive and customer-centric city, I would now like to share some of the comments received from the public and how we have responded to those comments. A number of Gugulethu residents highlighted the need for urgent street upgrades. The city roads rehabilitation budget over the next 3 financial years is 369.6 million rand, which will see a citywide upgrade continuing in Gugulethu, Menenberg, Bonsihibo, Bishop Lavis, Imasama Yetu, amongst others. For the Gugulethu upgrades, a tender is in the process of being finalized for work to an estimated value of 20 million rand, and that this project will start in the new financial year. Several Blikkiesdorp and Delft residents also raised the concern of safety and crime. In response, we can say that 20 million is being allocated for the appointment of 90 neighborhood safety officers in Blikkiesdorp and Delft to increase the visibility and assist with the crime prevention operations. Other residents raised the need for additional policing in and around Masiphumelelo and the building of a fire station. In response, we can say that phase 2 of the Masiphumelelo fire station, construction valued at 9.2 million rand, will be completed in the new financial year. In addition, an amount of 5 million has been set aside for the appointment of additional law enforcement officers in the area. And then in terms of the call from Khayelitsha to be for street lighting to be upgraded, our response to that call is that we will set aside 40 million rand over the next financial year to undertake this massive project to improve the lighting situation in Khayelitsha. Then also in the budget participation meeting, residents also asked about the upgrading of Athlone Stadium. Our response, in the new financial year, 6 million rand has been allocated for construction of office space in the south stand, the upgradings of the lift for the west and east stands, the upgrade of floodlighting, and phase 3 of the CCTV camera installation. And then the remainder of the upgrades at the stadium will be done in the next 2 financial years. Yes. In another public meeting in Faro, residents asked for CCTV cameras in Valhalla Park. 200,000 rand has been set aside for the installation of cameras in Ward 30. Now, also, people of Mitchell's Plain expressed a concern about the crime in Samora Machel, asking for programs to deter the youth from criminal activity. In response, the Department of Social Development will implement a skills development program for youth in Samora Machel to the value of 1 million rand. Finally, Mr. Speaker, we also introduced in this year's budget what we call the Mayor's Job Creation Fund, where 340 million rand has been allocated, and as part that we will use for where the city pays for skills training of students, and then the onus is then on the industry to employ them thereafter. This is something new that we are rolling out, and we will be targeting mostly young people in the city of Cape Town. Mr. Speaker, I'm confident that the budget we are putting before Council today will help us to realize our goal of becoming a forward-looking city, which provides assistance to those who need it most, and also creates an enabling environment conducive for the economy to grow in our city. I believe, Speaker, in doing so, we will continue on with building a more caring city, a more inclusive city, a well-run city, a safe city, and an opportunity city. And all the issues that has been raised in the IDP forms part of this budget. So if you are rejecting the IDP, you're also rejecting the budget to improve the lives of the people of the city of Cape Town. And we will make certain that when we roll out these projects to go to the affected communities and those wards and tell them that certain parties rejected what we are doing now, but we are proceeding with or without them. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Before I give the various political party leaders the opportunity to come give their input, I believe there's 3 amendments. Councillor van der Merwe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The first amendment is, if you look on page 1 of the recommendations from the Executive Mayor, the 23rd of May, that is this green document, at item number A, number 1. A further rates rebate to an amount of 50 rand per month be granted to the owners of residential property valued from 400,001 rand to 750,000 rand, provided that
There's no breach of order.
Can I then get a clarity?
He's doing his amendment.
Speaker,
It's clarity at the end of the debate.
on, procedurally.
Councillor, at the beginning of the discussion, I said that we now put the item onto white. Councillor van der Merwe, continue, please.
Thank you, Speaker. So, at this point number one, I just want to add that in terms of section 5.1.3 of the rates policy of 50 rand rebate per month be granted to the owners of residential property valued from 400,001 to 750,000 rand, provided that the owner of owners do not receive any other indigent relief. And that is proposed by myself, and the seconder is Councillor Brett Herron.
Thank you.
Then, Speaker, the second one is just a recommendation that an amount of up to 2 million rand be made available in support of the Council-approved Mayor Special Fund objective as contemplated in Section 12 of the MFMA, and that this allocation be funded from within the rates account. Speaker, this is already in the budget. There's just a requirement from the Auditor General's office that when they audit our financial statements, that this recommendation must be one of the recommendations separately on the budget. Thank you.
Thank you. Then there's an indication that Councillor Diamond, you also said to me that there, and Councillor Herron, that there's amendments there. Is that correct? Councillor Herron?
Yes, Speaker. Also subsequent to the finalisation of the draft budget, there are some new housing projects that we want to add into the budget. So the amendment that I'm proposing to Council is that further amendments be proposed within the Transport and Urban Development Authority Directorate on projects funded by USDG, and the following amendments be incorporated into the 2017-18 capital budget to be funded ex-USDG. I won't read the WPS element numbers, but the 10-hectare Somerset West housing project we increased by 4.1 million. The total project cost remains 4.1 million. There's a new project, Scottsdene, 4.5 million. Total project cost 4.5 million. Puxabos, in 2017-18 we add 2 million. 2018-19, 6.5 million. 2019-20, 6.5 million, with a total project cost from USDG of 18 million. Marula, we add 9 million rand in 2017-18 and 20 million rand in 2018-19. The total project cost for the Marula project is 40,603,000. Makassa, in the 18-19 and 19-20 financial years, we do not need the full allocation that's currently in the budget, so we reduced by 9 million and reduced by 6.5. The total project cost is 118,783,000. Kanonkop, in the 2017-18 and 2018-19 financial years, we rephase 11.6 million and 17.5 million. The total project cost is 43 million. And for Santa Kral, in the Garden Cities project, we rephase 8 million out of 2017-18. The total project cost is 91,240,000. It's proposed by me and seconded by Johan van der Merwe. So basically, Speaker, we are adding 2 new projects into the budget.
Okay, thank you. Can you send that to us? Thank you. Councillor Diamond.
Speaker, I'd like to make an amendment to the rates policy that's going to be presented today. Speaker, today we have an